If you guys only knew how nasty this trick really is, it's actually insane. But if I do, fight will be called off and I'll be sued. Hard choice.
Dude, I honestly am starting to feel bad doing these videos, but bottom line, I got into this business to give the people what they want, and I just do videos on the things I'm paying attention to, and this story keeps on getting worse. I am going to put this on my second channel, though. If you didn't realize that you clicked on not my main channel, you clicked on my second channel, so subscribe if you haven't yet. And listen, so we're going to go through what Sean O'Malley had to say about this situation, and then we're going to go through again, because I touched on this yesterday. If you saw my video on my main channel yesterday, I threw in at the very beginning the fact that Dillon Danis showed the picture to one of his friends and recorded his reaction in response to Logan Paul saying that he doesn't believe that he actually has the picture. And I'm going to show that to you, and then we're going to discuss whether or not we think that reaction is genuine, because it definitely deserves its own video, and I just threw it in there at the beginning of that video. I'd already recorded that video yesterday, and I had to start over, so it took me 3.5 hours to make that video. I was like, I am not redoing this because of this. So we're going to go through that entire thing, and then also another video came out that is just like, oh my God, man. Another one that's just devastating from someone who knows her and knew her. It's the Valuetainment guy again, talking again about Nina Agdal and her history with people in Miami, and then also some additional stuff about her dating history that he is putting out there. So I don't know, man. Like, this is just a rough situation, dude. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever gone through the experience of having like a girl or a guy that you were in love with, that like where your image of them blew up in your face. And especially like during the early stage, right? Like during the stage where it's like the honeymoon stage, you are in love with them. Head over heels. They're perfect. They are perfect. And then you find out they're not perfect in a way that like shatters your image of them, where they betrayed you, you know? Like I don't know, like if you go into my main channel and go to the members only section, if you didn't know I have one, members only, where I tell a lot of like stories about my own life. And I told the story of my college girlfriend who I caught cheating. Like I found a condom in her trash that was not mine. Okay. She lied to me about where she was the night before, and she banged some guy, and I caught her. It was earth-shattering. Now, there's a lot more to the story. I ended up beating up a bunch of these guys who were like that guy's friends later in life. But anyway, it's neither here nor there. It's a good story. If you're interested, go to the members only section on my main channel. You'll find the link in the description for every one of my videos. Or if you go on PC, it says join, whatever. Anyway, so yeah, it's in the link. It's in the link of the description of all my other videos on the main channel. But it's horrifying, dude. It's like the worst thing you can go through, you know? And so I don't know. I feel for the guys is my point. So let's start this one. By the way, like I said, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, go ahead and do that. This is my second channel. So if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead. Let's start with this one. Okay. I'm not going to make you guys wait. So this is the video of Dillon Danis showing his friend the video or the picture of Nina that he's been alluding to. And just to put this in perspective, he has said from the beginning, or well, at least not the beginning, but like for the last couple of weeks, he said, I have a picture that is so crazy that if I put it out, I'll end up going to jail, right? It's the implication is of some kind of, I don't know, right? He's like, I can't put it out. It's so bad, I can't put it out. Logan went on impulsive and said he didn't believe that it was real. And so this is Dillon showing his friend, and this is the reaction, and then we'll talk about whether or not we think this is genuine or not.
So John, the picture, so you guys, well, actually I don't know how I could show this and not and have it in frame.
I'll hold like this. There you go. That's not her, bro. Where do you find this shit, dude?
That's only one
way.
How crazy is it?
No.
That's real. Dude, that's her. You zoom in on her face.
Honestly, I feel like if he does actually show this photo, it'll go absolutely.
Yeah. So this, and then now this is the tweet that he put up. I just got another absolute nuke of a pic of Nina. Might be worse than the other one. Wow, this girl is actually wild. Logan, on a man level, you need to call this marriage off now. And honestly, that has been kind of like from when he started talking about that, right? Like where he said, I have this nuclear picture. The tone of his entire thing changed, right? To where that's what he started. Initially, he was making fun of him, right? And like, and in all seriousness, if you go look and pay attention to like the memes that he was making. Now Dillon's thing is like, dude, you need to clip this girl for real. Like, I cannot stress this to you enough. You can't marry this girl. And he's been very consistent about that. Now, Logan wants to believe when he went on, when he went on Flagrant, and he was like, dude, he's like, I don't think he really has a picture. He wants to believe, dude, that looked very genuine to me right there. Like that video looked very genuine to me. I don't know. Who knows? But geez. All right. So now let's watch Sean O'Malley and Tim talk about this, because I thought this is interesting. I think these guys are interesting. So I'll, react to their reaction to it, and we'll go from there.
This shit does not sound fun. Did you see the video Dillon Danis posted this morning?
No. Oh yeah, I did.
That's fucked.
I would have even
23.2 million views.
Oh.
4 hours.
I mean, Logan's.
It's at like 170 million.
Oh yeah. Or
he blocks them, and it's just nothing. But he's going in. I want to know what videos he's talking about.
That had to have been one of them.
This is the longest that's.
Why did she post that?
I mean, horny.
Started.
When you're horny.
Obviously, it's driving me crazy.
But really?
That's my question. Did she post that somewhere? Like, did she actually post that, or did someone like send that, or did she send that to someone?
Maybe not. I don't know.
Well, obviously, or was that a OnlyFans thing? Dillon Danis, at this point, I might just need to release these images on a human level to save Logan from her.
Yeah.
If you guys only knew how nasty this trick really is, it's actually insane. But if I do, fight will be called off, and I'll be sued. Hard choice.
Yeah, because Logan told Dillon that if he really does have those images and he puts them out, that it's a crime, which it is. That is a crime. Like the revenge porn stuff is, it turns criminal. So he's not lying. That is a fact.
I mean, God, it's probably affected the relationship at some point, at some level.
For sure.
I mean, she must be just super, super charming if she was dating Leonardo DiCaprio, all these like A-list people. And
So here's the answer to that. My comment right here. Okay. So this is my thoughts on that. She's a closer. Simple as that. I've always imagined what it would have been like if I would have been a dime piece girl with the same goals when I went out, with the same level of game. It wouldn't have even been fair. Body count in the millions. Do you know what I mean? Like, seriously, like, I don't know if this is like a game you guys have played with yourself, but it's like, dude, if you went through a long period of your life where your exclusive goal was just to collect, sexual partners, obviously in 99.99% of situations, that would have been a dude, right? And if you ever played that out, you're like, what if I was a girl and was playing this same game? How easy this would have been. Like, how easy this would have been. I mean, there are girls that do that. Tiana Trump, perfect example, dude. If you ever listen to her talk in interviews, you're like, even though she's a porn star and obviously by any stretch of the imagination, not wife material, you have to respect her a little bit because she just doesn't care. She's like, oh yeah. She's like, dude, I did the whole football team. She's like, I was going crazy. And then like, they're like, hey, dude, my boy, what yada yada wants to hit it. And she's like, wait, are you serious? And you can see she's like, what girl does that? They're like, are you serious? A dude does that. They're like, dude, my hot chick friend wants to bang. They're like, oh, are you serious? Are you serious? Like, don't play. She's like a dude. She's like a dude. She does not care even a little bit. And, again, I think Logan Paul's fiance, Nina Agdal, probably has a similar mental outlook, except it was about like, rich, good-looking, famous guys. She wants to collect as many as possible. But then she duped Logan Paul, Yeah.
I think she's like hot. So she must be just charming like sweetheart.
Not sweetheart. I think with most guys, I think she's clever. I think she's clever and funny. And she knows exactly how to lay it out there for celebrity guys to be like, damn, I could smash this tonight. And she's like, yes, you can. Absolutely.
Yeah, I wonder. Logan Paul says he'll take a drug test if Dillon Danis takes an STD test. Dude. I mean, it's crazy how much beef. Like, this isn't gonna be like a high level fight by any means. It's not gonna be low level. They both know how to box. But
Dillon, I don't know. I wouldn't say he. You watch his sparring, his hit mitts. It's fucking sad, bro. It's not like, whoa, he can crack a little bit at all. Zero.
But I'm saying with just the beef alone is getting me hyped. It's crazy how much.
Wait, he's that bad? Let me see. Hang on. Oh, yeah, let's just real quick take a look at that because I'm not sure if I've seen that, dude.
Good. Take that cross. Get your head over there.
Oops.
There it is. Double jab.
Oh.
2. Good.
Hang on, sorry, I'm gonna fix this. You guys, hang on.
Yep, you did it. Go. Good. Jump jab. Go this way. 3, 2. Double. Go this way. 2, 3. 1. Jab. Good. Jab. 2. 2. Good. Take that cross. Get your head over there.
I mean, it's.
There it is. Double jab. 2. Good. Body shot right here. Yep, you hit it. Go.
I mean,
Good.
listen.
Go this way. 3, 2. Double.
Dude, Tim, obviously.
2, 3. 1. Jab.
Okay.
Good.
Tim, obviously, is a way more trained eye than mine, you know? So, like, I'm not going to argue with the guy. But I mean, that's certainly enough power to where if he lands, he can hurt him. Do I think that just based on that, he's going to win the fight? Probably not. But it's not like, I don't know. I'm still hyped for the fight. I'll just say that, you know, I'm still hyped for the fight. But yeah. So anyway, so now moving right along, here's this other thing that just came out, right? So this is another thing from the Valuetainment guys, right? And this one is exposed as a gold digger. Okay. So this is the guy who said that him and 3 of his boys all smashed, and then he has some additional comments about it that are notable. And honestly, why would he be talking about this? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, why would he be talking about this? This guy's not like a total sleazebag or anything. I've seen him on the pod with the Valuetainment guy, like with Patrick, you know, David and all them, and he's not like a scumbag. So I only know how to read this one way, which is I think he's genuinely like, bro, you know, like, hey, dude, you know what I mean? Like, because honestly, he doesn't strike me as like a just an outwardly disrespectful guy. And so if you're going to be saying this stuff about a dude's fiance, like, yo, I smashed, man. Yeah, I smashed that. So did 3 of my boys. I'll tell you a humiliating story about me doing that to a friend of mine on accident. But I'll tell you actually right now. So, but the only reason to do that is if he's like, he thinks he's being a good guy. He's like, listen, man. He's like, bottom line, dude, this is like, she's not a good girl, man. Like, bottom line, this is not a good girl. So real quick, I'll tell you a super quick story. So my buddy, I dated this girl in college. Dated this girl in college for, you know, I don't know, like maybe 2-3 months. Super hot. Actually looks like Gabrielle. And, you know, whatever. Like I could never talk to her though. It was really weird. Like she was super, super hot, but I could never I felt like I just could not communicate with her. I was like, dude, what is up? She was so sexy and, you know, super fun to bang. So we hung out for a couple of months, whatever. So she actually had gone to my high school. I didn't know her though. Like I didn't know her in high school. But she was a year younger than me. So anyway, fast forward to 2015. Okay. So I'm in Utah, right? Utah? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I don't know. Actually, where I was is irrelevant. I'm on the phone with my buddy from high school, like a good friend of mine from high school. And he's like, hey man, do you know her name? He's like, you know that girl? And I was like, yeah, dude, I smashed that in college. Just literally, like, I don't know why I answered it like that. It was just like, oh, do you know that girl? I'm like, oh, why is that a person who I remember? It's like, oh, I remember because I smashed that in college. That's the only reason that she's notable at all. Now, had I thought about this even 1% before answering that question, I would have known, why is this guy asking me about her? He didn't know her, you know, like he's my friend from high school, but he didn't know her in high school either. So why would he be asking me about her? It's like, I smashed it in college. I already knew, as soon as it came out of my mouth and I heard just a small bit of silence come out of the phone, I was like, oh, fuck. He's like, oh, yeah, like we're together and, you know, she's pregnant. I'm like, and I don't know if you can tell, like I'm literally blushing just thinking about it. I was so embarrassed, dude. I was like, oh my God. And so I just, like, I immediately spun this story about how she broke it off. He's like, oh, good for you, man. She broke it off with me. No. But I said that because I was fucking mortified. You know what I mean? Like, oh, your girl, dude, I smashed that, bro. It's like this, just so stupid. I have no idea why I answered it like that. I'm just a moron. Very embarrassing because I felt, you know, it's super disrespectful, you know? So again, this guy doing this is either really disrespectful or he's genuinely concerned for Logan.
But prior to that, she was a Miami girl. She used to roll with some of my friends.
Oh.
She used to roll with my crew.
Shocking.
I believe we have a picture of that, Malik. Okay, there's her and me
Let's
and my homies
zoom in on Sauce.
at my bar bodega.
My God.
There it is.
At my bar bodega in South Beach.
Look better now.
Thank you. I look better now. Awesome. And to the right of Nina is the founder of Model Volleyball, my homegirl, Olivia, as you know. And then also my other girl that runs the Soho House in Miami. And then my best friend, Keith, who took me to Aspen on his private jet.
That's right.
You see how this thing all comes full circle? That's at Bodega. So Nina's been in the mix here. But prior to dating all these men, prior to Joe Jonas and Leonardo DiCaprio and now Logan Paul, she dated a couple other guys. She dated this one guy, Patrick Pizzorni. I call him Horny Pizzorni. He's a DJ in Miami. He's an absolute stud of a guy. She dated him. He was a local DJ in Miami. He's since blown up. He's a male model. He's doing his thing. But Nina, that's where she started. But now she's with Logan Paul, Leonardo DiCaprio. After that, she dated my boy, Reed, who's a big real estate guy in Miami. This is her and Reed. So,
by the way, that's the guy that everyone in the picture of Riff Raff, you know, like where they were like, she was with Riff Raff. It's actually this guy at a Halloween party.
Here's where this story kind of comes full circle because you can't trust everything that you see on the internet. Now, go to the picture of her kissing Riff Raff. It's kind of weird, right? Of all these, this is on Halloween. Here's what I will say about Nina, okay? And this is where I want to get your latest perspective, especially McQueen. She does have a reputation for being a social climber, okay? And for looking for what they call the BBD, not
bigger,
the
better
BBD
deal
that, you know, Adam 22's girl took recently, talking for the bigger, better deal. She went from an awesome DJ to an awesome real estate guy in Miami, some of friends of mine. Then she went to Joe Jonas. Then she upgraded to Maroon 5. Then she went to Leonardo DiCaprio. And now she's one of the biggest guys in the world, Logan Paul. Okay, but
so that is the new thing. I mean, Jesus, dude. I mean, listen, dude. If there is a, you know, like if I start trying to tell you about, you know, Logan Paul's business, right? Like where I was like, you know, what he really needs to do is blobbity bloop bloop about business. I might have good ideas. But my level of success in business is not even in the same universe as Logan's. And so you could be like, oh yeah, hey, why don't you tell Logan all about your genius business ideas, Jesse on Fire, you know? Oh, I'm sure that you probably would have built Prime twice as big as he did, you know? But the one category where I can just be like, what's up, bitch? You know, what's up, bitch, to anybody is what is marriage material, okay? Like what's marriage material and what isn't, and what makes for a good wife. Because nobody, and I say nobody very confidently, nobody has a better marriage than I do, you know? And it's not like, you know, like, dude, my wife was in that same scene in LA, you know, same exact scene. Her roommate actually, I think she might have been, actually, did she bang Leo too? I don't know, but her roommate banged, like, it's just believe me, she comes from the same world, okay? She comes from the exact same world. You know, and wait, what just happened? Oh, come on, dude. Come on now. Sorry, I was trying to show her to you just in case you're new to, oh, this is it. What am I doing? So like, you know, this is her. So it's not like we're talking about like a lower caliber of girl in terms of looks than Nina. She's the hottest chick on earth. And I've been together with her for 17 years, okay? 17 years. Perfect marriage. I wouldn't trade this girl for $1 billion, you know? And so when it comes to like, hey, what kind of girl do you want to be together with when you're going to marry them? Like I'm in a pretty solid source of information. You know what I mean? And the story that they just told about Nina is literally the exact opposite of Gabrielle. The polar opposite. She never gave a fuck about any of that stuff. She was around all of it. She never cared about that, dude. She's not a social climber. You don't want a girl that is assessing how, you know, I mean, I'm not saying like, you know, when Gabby was single, she wouldn't have fucked Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm not, you know, I'm not naive enough to know that if he was like, hey man, what are you doing? Like she's obvious, like, come on. But to bounce from dude to dude to dude to dude to dude based on status, like that's not good, man. Like it's just not good, man. It's just not good. That's not a recipe for a solid long-term relationship. It's just not. Anyway, but that's probably enough, dude. So subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet. Love you guys.